Well, hello everyone. Today we're going to watch the Financial Order of Operations by the Money Guy Show. This was actually recommended by someone, so I figured let me check it out and see what it looks like. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any videos you'd like to watch, put it in the comment section below and I'll be sure to try to make them. All right, let's do it.
If you want to build wealth, you need to know what to do with your money, and not just what to do, but in what order. Because when you do things out of sequence, it can cost you big time. Guys, I am so excited because today's video is all about the Financial Order of Operations, also known as the FOO. It's our 9-step system that tells you exactly what to do with your next dollar so you can maximize your army of dollar bills. We're gonna move through all 9 steps pretty quickly in this video, but if you want a deeper dive into all this, head to moneyguy.com where we have an entire course that covers all things FOO. We'll link it in the description below. Before we get into the steps themselves, there are some ground rules that we need to quickly cover. These fall outside the FOO and apply to life no matter where you are in your financial journey. Number 1, generosity is step 0. We believe that giving and supporting causes that are important to you, be that with your time or with your money, is something that anyone can do. And if you're generous with a little, it's likely you're going to be generous with a lot. Number 2 is to bedazzle your basic life. Saving for the future requires sacrificing a little bit of today for a more beautiful tomorrow. But we don't want you living like a miser just so you can retire a little earlier.
I like that. It's a very holistic approach from what I'm looking at it. It's just no, oh, you're going to have to just really tighten up for a few years. It's giving a balanced approach at the whole thing.
Have fun, enjoy life, but be smart.
Better yet, have fun, enjoy. We're only here a certain period of time of our lives and we got to make the best of it. And money is one of those things that helps us get there. We just need to understand how to work it the best to serve us.
About it and make sure your spending isn't keeping you from reaching your goals. And number 3, the FOO is not a straight line. Sometimes you'll have to dip into your emergency fund and then go back and rebuild it. Or maybe you have to pause your investing because you're saving up for a down payment on a home. That's okay. Your financial path won't always perfectly progress from one step to the next. Just make sure you have a plan to get yourself back on track. On to the financial order.
One of the ways to do that is consistency. And if you create a habit, even if something happens in between, you go right back to it. It's not so difficult. So consistency, having a clear path of what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Of operations. The very first thing you need to do before anything else is make sure that you can cover your insurance deductibles. Insurance is designed to protect you from financial catastrophe, but when something happens, you still have to pay a small part in the form of a deductible. If you can't cover that amount in cash, even one emergency can derail your entire financial plan. That's why step 1 is saving up your highest insurance deductible in cash, ideally in something like a high-yield savings account. So, for example, if your highest deductible is your health insurance and it's at $5,000, that's your savings target to complete step 1. And this comes before any sort of investing and even before paying off debt, because without a cash buffer.
And just remember, with that kind of high deductible, you do qualify for an HSA. So that $5,000 deductible on a pre-tax basis, it actually is a higher amount of money that you would not otherwise have done.
You run the risk of making desperate decisions when, not if, things go sideways. Step 2 is your employer match. This is where the fun begins. If you have access to an employer match through something like a 401k, this could mean getting anywhere from 50% to 100% return on your money. And that's why once you have a starter emergency fund covered, this is the next step. A lot of debt crusaders will tell you that you have to pay off most or maybe all of your debt before you even touch investing, but frankly, that's bad math. Even with credit card rates at 20% or higher, that employer match still beats it, and it helps you jumpstart your savings.
It's an immediate raise. And whether he's going to say that or not, if you need an immediate or an urgent fund, not that I would recommend, but you can, most 401ks, you're able to borrow and pay back yourself interest, and you cannot beat that. A 20% match on a 401k is an automatic raise. If you're not taking it, you're really losing on a lot of money that really compounds and adds up every year.
For the future. Step 3 is tackling any high interest debt and getting it down to 0. As far as what counts as high interest debt, it depends on your age and the type of debt. Sometimes cars, sometimes student loans but always credit cards. Credit card debt is chainsaw dangerous, definitely too dangerous to play the arbitrage game. Step 4 is building up your emergency fund. That's right.
Yeah, needless to say, credit card debt is just one of the worst debts you can have unless you got one of those 0%. And even those charge an automatic 3% up front. So credit card debt is one of the things to watch the most. Be extra careful. Used correctly, being paid in full every month, those are the best tools that you can have. You just got to utilize them to your advantage.
Cash is so important, we've actually designated 2 steps for it. For this, we want you to have anywhere from 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up in cash. That way, in the event that some sort of emergency or job loss does happen, you can cover your needs while you get back on your feet. And the good news is that the cash from step 1 actually counts in step 4, so you don't have to start from 0. Once step 4 is done, that means you've got your employer match, you've got no high interest debt, and your emergency fund is fully funded. Now, you're on to step 5, which is all about maxing out a Roth IRA or an HSA if you're
Great. He's touching base on the Roth IRA and the HSA. Those are very important tools.
eligible. Beyond an employer match, this is the first foray into investing because these 2 accounts offer major tax incentives and let your dollars grow tax-free. Next, in step 6, we shift our attention back to the employer-sponsored retirement account. That's likely 401k, 403b, 457, or maybe the thrift savings plan. Start loading that account up beyond the employer match. We consider steps 5 and 6 done once you max out all of those accounts. Now, we're getting into territory where we get a lot of questions. Step 7 is called hyperaccumulation, and it's all about accelerating your journey to financial independence. We suggest hitting a savings rate of 25% of your gross income, and that's for financial independence. So it does not include a mortgage or any savings that are not specifically for that purpose. And it's worth noting, some people might hit 25% just by maxing out their retirement accounts, or maybe even before that. And we would consider that enough to check the box on step 7. You can keep the food train rolling. Once you've hit that 25% savings rate, you're on to step 8. Broadly speaking, these are prepaid future expenses, but we also like to call them your abundance goals. This is where personal finance gets really personal. Whatever it is that matters the most to you, whether it's early retirement or setting aside money for your kids, or maybe.
And that's really key. Understanding what you're going to do with your money while you're doing it. What is the goals? What is the lifetime goal? What is it that you want to attain? I think it's a very important thing to do as you're trying to save, because there's going to be surprises along the way. But staying on a path, on a goal, what do you want to do? What do you really want to do with this money that you're doing? It's going to give you a better direction, and it's going to give you that satisfaction that you're doing this for the things that you really want to do, enjoy in life.
Just living the life you've always dreamed of, that's where you put this money. A lot of people feel like this is too late in the food to put money towards something as important as your kid's future, or toward other areas that are so important to you. And we're not saying that you have to wait this long, remember, bedazzle your basic life. But we do believe it's essential to secure your own financial future before you decide to put a large portion of your time and money elsewhere. They say it on planes all the time: secure your own oxygen mask before helping others. All right, now we come to step 9, paying off low interest debt. And it shows up this late in the food because most often your dollars are simply put to better use elsewhere. A 4% rate on your mortgage isn't really a mathematical priority when right now you're getting greater than that in your high yield savings account. It's difficult to say that you are truly financially independent as long as you have debt. So step 9 is where you pay it off, ideally by the time you retire. And that's the financial order of operations. All 9 steps are designed to work in sequence, but sometimes people want to know if they can skip steps or go out of order.
I say keep debt to a minimum. I wouldn't just kind of accumulate debt and just hope that by the time I'm retired, it just set goals. If your budget does not fit for you to have the $100,000 car, don't get it. It's as simple as that, in order to be able for it to fall into place as you go along through life and the finances working with you.
And we're gonna come break your door down if you do. Sorry. Did it say that, or did I read it wrong? Sometimes people want to know if they can skip steps or go out of order, and we're not gonna break your door down.
Okay.
And we're gonna break your door down if you do. And we're not gonna break your door down if you do. Ultimately, it's your journey. We did put each step in a specific place for a specific reason. And if you skip steps, you might be leaving money on the table, or maybe even creating some extra tax liability and headaches. At this point, you might be wondering, what about buying a home? Where does that fall into the food? What about leasing a vehicle or paying for college? We actually have our own rules and guidelines to help you make smart financial decisions as you follow the food. So check out this video right here to see all of our other Money Guy rules, including when to break them. And as always, keep building towards your great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Great approach. I liked it. Very holistic, nothing pushy, very balanced. Creating an idea of what do I really want? How do I live my best life? And how do I utilize money to fit that life? Liked it, really liked it. I had a lot of good things to say. Not putting them in practice takes time, patience, and discipline. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you want to see other videos like this, just let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.